So how do we do this? People think that me and Teresa are just up here figuring it out, shooting from the hip. No, there's a method to our madness. And this, I want to go into this because I think there's a lot of people that are trying to do hubs all over the world. And this is the best way I know how to do it. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So what happens when a new founder comes to PlebLab? They're automatically plugged in. They're already well known to the Bitcoin community globally. They talk to the domain experts in PlebLab. These are the people that have already done what they're trying to do. There's a hive mind effect that happens here. There's a feedback loop. They integrate with the PlebLab community. From there, we try to get their project to generate revenue. Once they generate revenue, once we feel like they can generate revenue, we move them through our PlebLab media arm. What that is hackathons, top builder, startup days. And when we think they're finally at a right point, we then send them to the venture capital ecosystem. This also means like the NGOs that are out there, the OpenSats, the HRFs. They either get a yay or a nay. If it's a nay, which that's okay. Constructive feedback, foundational improvement, you come back, PlebLab, and we do it all over again until we figure it out. At some point, they do raise, they get the experience, and then there's an interaction loop that happens to the rest of the Bitcoin community. And that's how that works here at PlebLab. So when people ask us, like, how do you do this? How do you create this? This took about 4 years to do. It's literally foundationally one thing at a time, every year trying to accomplish those things. The coolest thing about today is we're finally doing something that's end-to-end. For the first time ever, we have a builder who comes into PlebLab, goes through the top builder program, goes through our hackathons, goes to startup day, and now ends up on Pleb TV, which is we're controlling the whole experience of that builder journey from end to end. It's a closed loop system that works. And I think this is the way forward to get Bitcoin to the masses. These are all the founders we've helped in the past. These are all the people that have given us tremendous feedback, mentorship, and then continue to help the PlebLab community. I want to talk about Francisco and Sydney real quick because I think this will kind of explain why we do what we do. So I met them in 2021. Francisco was just a pleb who had a vision to build a Bitcoin exchange in Mexico. At the time, I was thinking, I was like, this guy's crazy, but I like his spirit. There's something about him. He's charismatic. I think he can do it. Let's make it happen. From there, it's been all him and his wife trying to figure this out. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't like, maybe one day we'll read that book, but it's tremendous to see his journey from coming into PlebLab, what he's gone through personally and everything, and then building the ecosystem, and then finally getting to a point where he's about to talk about what he's going to talk about here next. But I just want to give a hats off to Francisco. I think he's a perfect example of like what it is to go through a PlebLab kind of curriculum. And we still have a long way to go. We plan on doing this the rest of our careers. So in time, we'll get better and we'll innovate and we'll kind of go that route. But just want to give a shout out to them. And with that, I'll shut up and we'll let the builders do the talking now. Cool.